Good morning and welcome to part 16 of the RevSim virtual coffee break series. This morning you're going to hear a little bit from Alan Chalker about an OSC case study on transmissions. These case studies are intended to be just a real quick snapshot of the project, the program, and at the end of this case study you'll see a link to where you can get more information, more in-depth detail about this and other case studies that are represented as part of our webinar series. My name is Bob Farrell. I just want to give you a real quick run-through of the RevSim.org. If you've not yet visited this site, I encourage you to do so. Again, it's RevSim.org. You see the link right there. Here you'll find just a whole wealth of not only information related to high-performance computing, but all aspects of product development and simulation. While you're there, I encourage you to take a minute to not only browse the site, but perhaps sign up for our newsletter. It's a quarterly newsletter that you'll receive. And additionally, take a look at our LinkedIn page and subscribe to that. That'll give you weekly updates on what's going on. So real quickly here, you can see the different stakeholders that are involved in the RevSim community. And we invite you to be one of these stakeholders to not only visit the site, but feel free to participate. We're always looking for content. We're looking for suggestions on how to improve the site. And if you go to the site, you'll see some information, how you can get a hold of me, and let me know what you're thinking, how we can make the site better. And if you'd like to contribute, I'd like to talk to you about that as well. So I'm going to turn things over to Alan Chalker, and he's going to get right into the case study here.
Okay, thanks, Bob. So today I'm going to talk about transmissions. Everybody, I think, generally knows conceptually what a transmission is, and that it's a series of gears that interlock. Most people think about these in terms of their cars because every car has a transmission. But transmissions, there's a lot of other uses of them. Almost anywhere that you see some sort of motor, there generally are some sort of gears and a transmission associated with that. So one of the clients that we have at OSC for our Awesome program is a company called Ansel. It's a relatively small consulting company that's been around for 3+ decades. And they have, over the years, developed specialized software that can analyze the gearboxes and a transmission to help transmission designers understand various things in terms of torque and RPM and backlash and all the different types of things that come into play with these very complicated gearboxes. And you can see this visualization here is kind of a stereotypical engine transmission. So they provide this software that does this finite element analysis to both large and small companies, automotive, aircraft companies, things like that. And again, they've been developing this software for 30+ years in-house. So the reason they came to us is because as technology has been maturing and there's been more and more parallelization on board, they have needed some assistance with taking that software that initially was designed to run just on a desktop or a workstation, but now is, because of advancements in FEA analysis and computational technique, can very easily be scaled up to a cluster to run much more resolution, higher fidelity, things like that. And that's the kind of thing that really has been of interest and demanded by their client base, is to remove some of the computational limitations that historically have been in place. So as you can see from this quote here, what the president of Ansel has basically said is that as a small company, he can't buy his own cluster. He can't go and, well, he's an expert in the mathematics. He's not an expert in the computational science side of things necessarily. And as a result, he needed to engage with us in order to, first off, just get access to bigger nodes, bigger memory, more cores, but more importantly, to get access to our expertise and our knowledge on how to take what historically has been a kind of single node or even single core algorithm and solver and parallelize it and make use of this technology that we make available. And I think this is a great example of showing that even if you know the insides and outs of a particular computer code and algorithm, you can always still use some assistance when it comes to perhaps scaling that up or scaling it across multiple nodes. And then the other thing that we also make available to him is basically software publishing. So he's got clients that want to make use of this running on a cluster. They don't have clusters of their own. So he said, well, go to OSC, and we've got it pre-installed at OSC, and you can just get an account there and sign a service agreement and be up and running very quickly. And they will help support you as well, just like they support me in the development of that. So this has been a very interesting success story for us because we, in many ways, instead of dealing with the end clients that are actually doing the simulations, we're dealing with the software developer and trying to help him improve his code and make it appeal to a wider audience and expand his client base. If you want to learn more about this and really any of the case studies that we cover here in our virtual coffee break series, please go to the Revolution Simulation website. We also have PDFs of this particular case study available on the OSC website. Wolfgang's got PDFs of his various case studies available on the Uber Cloud. We all have newsletters, and as Bob said at the start of this, we really do encourage you to, whatever your role, participate in this community and Revolution Simulation. So with that, on behalf of Bob, Wolfgang, this is Alan. Thank you so much, and please tune in for our next virtual coffee break series.